what made you decide to join the program in the first place? What were your goals?
I think just having a number of girlfriends that have had kids prior, and hearing their stories, and just a little bit of fear in terms of the after delivery part and returning to being active again, was a big important piece for me. So I think it was just, I wanted to make sure I had all the information and do what I could to make sure, one, that I was ready going into pregnancy and delivery and labor, and then the afterward of what I could do to help get myself back to being active afterwards.
You just mentioned that you had some fears about postpartum. Can you share a little more about what you had heard, or, the things that you were afraid of, I guess?
I think just the just number of girlfriends hearing after delivery, in terms of recovery time, or things that they weren't aware of, like prolapse. So when they returned back to activity, not realizing that things were wrong until they started to become more active. And so for myself, it was just a matter of like being proactive in those and knowledgeable of those pieces.
And when did you start running again postpartum?
I think it's been about a month now. So I would say 4 months after. And so, and like I said, it was probably one run a week and very low mileage, but not only having that active piece, but just being able to get outside again and get your heart rate elevated felt really good. Prior to pregnancy and throughout pregnancy, I would say I had a lot of bladder issues or incontinence, and that was a big fear for me, that it would get worse as pregnancy went on and even after delivery. But I would say with the program and doing the exercises pretty early on and even continuing them after, I feel like my pelvic floor has really gotten a lot stronger, and I haven't had any accidents.
Yay!
Which is good.
If someone right now is watching this, interested in maybe joining the program, can you share what's been the most helpful to you through this whole journey?
One, it came highly recommended from friends. So that alone, I felt, spoke volumes, just because I was trying to look for information and resources, but not really knowing where to go. And there's so much out there, which is great and it's at your fingertips. But this was such a condensed, explicit program that was easy to follow, and it covered everything, like right from the beginning all the way through to the end. Even little things going through it, like the science or anatomy of the body, which I was like, oh, I should probably know some of these things, but it was a good reminder or refresher. Even the day that I went into delivery, I didn't have a hospital bag ready, but I was able to find your list, and it was so helpful right there. Just like, this is what you need to take, and I took it, and it was great because with our circumstance, we didn't end up coming back home to pack anything up. So the fact that it was easy to do right away, right there, it was great. I would say, I know everybody has busy lives, but the exercises, watching the tutorials, knowing how to do them, they were easy to do at any point during the day, or so I found it easy to follow. And it was also a really good way to just become more familiar and comfortable with my body, and knowing that, we all undergo this really big event, and sometimes it's not really talked about, but I really appreciated the exercise, like stretching your perineum and stuff. I never would have done that, or even necessarily really have known what to do in that to help prepare. And I will say, labor went very fast for me. I didn't have any stretching or tears, or stitches, and tearing. So in terms of recovery, I was very fortunate that way. I might be getting off topic now, but the returning to activity piece, I thought it was really helpful that you laid out like an actual training plan and things like that. And just your words of encouragement of like, start slow, was a very good reminder, because it's hard to want to walk in between, when you start back and you feel like you have all this pent up energy, and then you want to just go. But it was good to really mentally tell myself, okay, nope, now there's that light post, now you have to stop and walk. And I think it is paying off in the long run, because I don't have pain or discomfort or anything like that.
My last question for you, Lindsay, would be, would you recommend the program to a friend?
I would definitely recommend the program to a friend. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was just very straightforward and something that you can always refer back to, which I found is helpful and continues to be helpful.